Brown spider monkeys are arboreal and mainly found in high and lowland primary evergreen rainforests from 20 to 700 meters elevation. They prefer warm, wet climates and spend most of their time traveling and foraging in the high canopy, but they also use the middle and lower strata to a lesser extent. Brown spider monkeys are habitat specialists and prefer undisturbed old forests, primary forests, and rarely inhabit disturbed forests with less complete canopies, secondary forests. Primary forests have tall, mature trees, a continuous canopy, an understory with little underbrush, and significantly bigger and more abundant fruiting trees than secondary forests have. Brown spider monkeys are restricted to subtropical and tropical moist lowlands in Venezuela and mainland Colombia. There are two recognized subspecies of Adeles hybridus, Adeles hybridus hybridus and Adeles hybridus bruneus. The former occurs in both Colombia and Venezuela, but Adeles hybridus bruneus can only be found in Colombia.
The mating system of the brown spider monkey is not well studied. We do know each individual mates with multiple partners, and all copulations are initiated by the female, which indicates a high level of female mate choice and might lead to reduced aggression in males. Females in this genus copulate with many males over a period of time, and this might be a female strategy to prevent infanticide by causing paternity confusion. However, intergroup infanticide by other males has been observed, although not reported for this particular species. Mating is sometimes seasonal, but no copulatory rituals have been observed in spider monkeys. Similar to the other species of spider monkeys, Adeles hybridus is characterized by slow reproductive rate, with females usually giving birth to a single offspring every 3 to 4 years. Although not reported for this particular species, intergroup infanticide by males has been observed in other spider monkey species, which shorten the interbirth interval, and brown spider monkeys show a low grade of seasonality with a higher birth rate at the beginning of the rainy season, May to July, when fruits are more abundant. The species typically reaches sexual maturity at 4 to 5 years of age, and females give birth to their first infant at an age of 7 to 8 years. The gestation period is approximately 226 to 232 days. When offspring are born, they cling to their mother's belly the first couple months and then climb over to her back. The young lactate for at least 1 year, and females provide the major part of the parental care, and very strong social bonds are formed between females and their offspring. There are many reasons why brown spider monkeys are endangered, mostly because of habitat destruction and particularly logging, which destroys their tall trees that they depend upon for their food and habitat. They are listed as endangered, which means that these species may go extinct in the wild within the next 20 years or so.
Variegated spider monkeys are consumers. They are omnivores, mostly eating ripe fruit, which takes up about 83% of their diet. They mostly eat lipid-rich fruits. When fruit is less abundant, they will eat young leaves and flowers, young seeds, bark, honey, decaying wood, and sometimes caterpillars and termites. They forage in the higher parts of the canopy, using their tails as an extra limb to help them move around. These monkeys rely heavily on vision to recognize their food, but they also use gustatory, tactile, and olfactory cues sometimes. These monkeys have also been observed to eat soil and clay. The variegated spider monkey plays an incredibly important role for the neotropical rainforest diversity. Studies of seed dispersal by these monkeys show that these monkeys carry these seeds very far through the forest that they call home, both through endozootrory and exozootrory means. These monkeys appear to be especially important for fruits with large seeds or those protected by thick husks. The monkeys carry these seeds around and help them reproduce, thus helping the forest they live in as a whole. The way these monkeys travel in groups could have positive effects on growing rates and survival of the seeds that they redistribute.
Spider monkeys are endothermic, which is associated with warm-blooded animals, and endothermic means that their source of heat maintenance comes from within the body itself. Spider monkeys shiver, which shows that they are endothermic. However, shivering and sweating both support the fact that they are homeothermic instead of poikilothermic. Most mammals are homeotherms and endothermic. Spider monkeys are homeothermic because they can't be too hot or too cold and have to be somewhat normal in body temperature to keep their bodies functioning properly. For example, when they shiver, that shows that they generate their own heat. They also have a lot of fur, which is another mechanism of the body to keep themselves warm. Spider monkeys have hook-like hands and long, strong arms that allow them to swing below the tree branches. They also have prehensile tails, which they use to hug each other. Spider monkeys tend to be very social, and they split into small groups and use calls to communicate with each other. They can sniff each other to tell when the right time has come for a female to copulate.
Humans have already taken some steps to protect brown spider monkeys. They're found in several protected areas in Colombia and 2 major national parks in Venezuela. In these national parks, enforcement against hunting and wood extraction is needed, and government agencies should improve their conservation efforts. The remaining population of the brown spider monkeys is continuously decreasing. The few actions that humans have taken are not nearly enough. Unless we step up and do something about it, and soon, we will lose another species forever. And if they become extinct, the forest ecosystems which they call their home will fall apart. They play a very important role in spreading seeds throughout the forest. Without them, all of these species will become extinct too. There's still time left, though. We can still save them, if we try hard enough.